Good morning. It's coming up to Christmas and you notice it's getting very busy and hectic, but I want to talk this morning about keeping the peace. So, keeping the peace can be very stressful. So much to organise, to have everything running smoothly, and helping those in crisis can really be hectic. Some days so much tends to happen, and all of a sudden you look at the time and you haven't done half the stuff I was supposed to be doing. At Christmas time, we just seem to be a step behind everything. I can plan my day, but with so much happening, everything just seems to be rushed. I find sometimes during Christmas, I'm looking forward to the days after Christmas when I can rest and just relax a bit. I personally like to live in a nice, calm environment. And when that isn't the case, I work hard to try and make it like that. Crazy, really, when you think about it. Rushing around trying to calm other people down so that I can be calm. I can sort of hear all the psychiatrists out there coming up with all sorts of diagnosis about this. Too late. I already know I have problems. But just like everyone else out there, I just try and do my best. I was wondering about that. Is keeping the peace about trying to calm everyone down? One thing I know is that I have enough trouble controlling myself without worrying about controlling anyone else. One thing I've been taught is when someone approaches me in an agitated state, I can be a calming influence. And by that, others around me will calm down. I guess it works a little bit like a mirror. People see that I am agitated, then they will tend to feel agitated. And if people see me calm, they will tend to be calm. I know it's nowhere near as simple as that, because I know I can't control how others feel. All I know is that I can only control the way I feel. See, Christmas time is a time of peace. I always hear the words like, "Let there be peace on earth," and I hear carols being sung like, "Silent night, holy night." All is calm, all is bright. In reality, though, we have a virgin who has just walked for miles and has just given birth in a stable full of animals because Joseph hadn't planned ahead and booked proper accommodation. It's hard for me to imagine this scene being calm. And poor old Mary is probably worried about how they're all going to get home again. Even as Jesus grew, his life was anything but calm. Maybe those around him and close to him were expecting him to bring peace. But he said these words in Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. "Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword." When then is this peace that passes all understanding? When does that happen? Because that's just gone over my head. This is Christmas. And all the angels sung it says in Luke chapter 2 verse 14, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace to those on whom his favour rests." I'm looking at this peace business all wrong, It is not about everyone living in peace with each other as much as we would like to hope. People are all different and all different ideas and opinions. And because of that, we'll naturally disagree, which causes conflict. Peace does not come from ourselves, but comes from God. Peace is for those on whom his favour rests. When we trust and rely on God instead of ourselves or others, we can have peace. I know within myself that no matter what happens to me in this worn, torn, anxiety-ridden world, I am at peace because God's favour rests on me. If God's favour rests on others, then they will also be at peace, and then together we can all live in peace. Peace binds together and the sword separates and destroys. Simon understood this peace when Mary and Joseph presented the baby Jesus to the synagogue. In Luke chapter 2 verse 28, Simeon took him in his arms and praised God, saying, "Sovereign Lord, as you have promised, you may now dismiss your servant in peace. For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared in the sight of all nations, a light for revelation to the Gentiles and the glory of your people Israel." See, there can be no peace in this world without the salvation that comes with it. Simeon got to see it with his own eyes. He got to hold it in his arms. And now he knew that salvation has come into the world, and he was at peace. That peace can also be ours this Christmas. No matter how hectic and stressful it gets, no matter what happens to us or to anyone around us, we can see for ourselves the salvation that came into the world, and we can carry that salvation around with us in our arms. Let us this Christmas carry in our hearts the salvation given to us and know the peace of God which passes all understanding. It is just as real and tangible for us today as it was for Simeon all that time ago. And then we can sing with the angels, "Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favour rests." May God's favour rest on us all this Christmas. Peace be in you. Thank you for listening to me today, and have a wonderful week.